Welcome back to our channel. 1971 5-cent coin type Jefferson nickel composition. 75% copper, 25%. Nickel value generally. 1971 nickel is worth its face value of 5 cents in circulated condition. Uncirculated coins may have a slightly higher value, typically ranging from 10 cents to 50 cents depending on the condition. 1990 for 5-cent coin type Jefferson nickel. Composition 75% copper, 25% nickel. Value like the 1971 nickel of 1994. Nickel typically is worth its face value in circulation. Uncirculated examples may be worth around 10 cents to 25 cents. 2005-cent coin type Jefferson nickel composition. 75% copper, 25% nickel value. The 2000 nickel is also generally worth its face value. Uncirculated examples might fetch 10 cents to 50 cents, especially if in mint condition. 1991. 5-cent coin type Jefferson nickel composition. 75% copper, 25% nickel value. Typically worth its face value with uncirculated pieces potentially worth 10 cents to 25 cents, depending on condition. General value factors. Condition coins in uncirculated condition no wear and high quality are worth more than those that have been circulated. Rarity. While the year is important, most nickels from these years are not particularly rare. Market fluctuations. Coin prices can also vary based on current demand for collectible coins and market trends. If you are interested in specific valuations or trends for collectors, consider checking resources like the Red Book, a guidebook of United States coins, or online marketplaces specializing in coins. Conditions and market factors can change, so it is always good to consult updated resources. Nickel is worth 5 cents and has been in circulation in the United States since 1866. The 1991 nickel features the profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home Monticello on the reverse. Design obverse. The portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, was designed by artist Felix Schlag in 1938. The date 1991 and the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" are also present. Reverse. The depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's plantation home in Virginia, showcases classical architecture signifying Jefferson's admiration for Roman design. Historical context. The 5-cent coin has undergone various design changes since its inception, reflecting shifts in artistic trends and the nation's history. The Jefferson nickel was introduced during a period when America was grappling with its identity, post-Great Depression and World War II. Minting and circulation. Minting details. The 1991 nickel was minted in both Philadelphia No Mint Mark and Denver D Mint Mark. The coins were made from a copper-nickel alloy, a standard composition for nickels circulation. In 1991, over 1 billion nickels were minted, ensuring ample circulation for everyday transactions as the economy was recovering during the early 1990s. Numismatic significance. Collectability. While the 1991 nickel is not particularly rare, collectors often seek higher quality examples, such as those graded as mint state variations, such as proof coins, provide additional interest for numismatists. Historical importance. The nickel represents a constantly evolving aspect of American currency, serving not just as a means of transaction but also as a piece of art and history. Conclusion. The 1991 nickel is more than just a piece of currency. It embodies elements of American history, art, and culture. Collectors and historians alike appreciate it for its aesthetic and historical value, reflecting a unique chapter in the story of American coinage through its enduring design and practical use. The nickel continues to be a familiar and significant part of American life. If you would like to explore specific aspects of the nickel's history or minting further, feel free to ask. 1991 Jefferson nickel. The 1991 5-cent coin, commonly known as a nickel, is part of the Jefferson nickel series that began in 1938. Here are the key details about this coin. Specifications. Designer Felix Schlag. Obverse and original reverse metal composition. 75% copper, 25% nickel. Weight 5.0 grams. Diameter 21.2 millimeters. Edge plain. Mint marks Philadelphia. No mint mark and Denver. D production Philadelphia. Mint 521,840,000 coins. No mint mark Denver Mint. For 109,040,000 coins with D mint mark. San Francisco. None for circulation, only proof coins for collectors. Design obverse. Profile portrait of Thomas Jefferson facing left with liberty and the date 1991 on the left side and In God We Trust on the right. Reverse Monticello Jefferson's home with inscriptions. Monticello 5 cents e pluribus unum and United States of America. Historical context. The 1991 nickel was minted during George H.W. Bush's presidency and during an economic recession in the United States. By this time, the Jefferson nickel design had remained largely unchanged for over 50 years. Numismatic value. The 1991 nickel is generally not considered rare or particularly valuable to collectors because of its high mintage numbers. Most 1991 nickels in circulated condition are worth only face value 5 cents. Uncirculated specimens might fetch between 10 cents and, depending on condition. Would you like more specific information about this coin, or are you interested in a particular aspect of its history? Introduction to the 5-cent coin nickel in the United States. Overview of the 2000 nickel's place within American numismatics. The evolution of the nickel. Origins of the 5-cent coin. The establishment of the U.S. Mint and the creation of coinage. Early designs including the half-dime. Introduction of the nickel. The Coinage Act of 1866 and the introduction of the nickel. Historical context and public reception. Notable designs over time. Overview of major designs. For example, Liberty Head Buffalo Jefferson. Discussion of artistic influences and cultural implications. The 2000 nickel design. The Jefferson nickel. Description of the most common design featuring Thomas Jefferson. Historical significance of Jefferson and his role in American history. The 2000 design variations. Details about the 2000 design featuring a new minting process. Discussion on the transition in designs, especially following the 1999 redesign. The Westward Journey Nickel Series minting process and specifications. Composition and characteristics. Specifications of the 2000 nickel. Weight, diameter, metal composition. Minting process. How nickels are minted, including strikes and quality control. The cultural impact of the nickel. The nickel in everyday life usage in commerce, gambling, and vending machines. The cultural significance of nickels in American society. Collectability and numismatics. Popularity among collectors. Value changes over time, including factors affecting collectability. Historical context and significance. Events in 2000. Overview of key historical events occurring in the year 2000 that might influence coinage. The economic environment contributing to the value of coins. The nickel in popular culture. Appearances in films, literature, and other media. The symbolism of the nickel in American culture. Future of the 5-cent coin. Current discussions on coinage. Nationwide discussions about the viability of maintaining the nickel. Potential changes and predictions. Speculations regarding the future of the 5-cent denomination amidst digital currency trends. Conclusion. Summary of the nickel's historical significance. The enduring legacy of the 5-cent coin in American life and economy. References. Comprehensive list of books, articles, and online resources for further reading on numismatics and coin history. Overview of the 2000 5-cent coin. The 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel, has played a significant role in American currency since its introduction. The 2000 nickel is part of the Jefferson nickel series, recognized for its enduring design featuring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and principal author of the Declaration of Independence. In 2000, the U.S. Mint produced nickels under the Westward Journey series, which aimed to honor the exploration and expansion of the American frontier. The design from prior years remained a staple, depicting Jefferson on the obverse front and Monticello on the reverse back, symbolizing his legacy in American history over its history. The nickel has seen many changes in design and composition, reflecting broader economic and cultural trends. While initially made of silver, the nickel now consists mostly of nickel and copper, which has implications for its value and production costs. The year 2000 was an important transitional phase for currency as discussions of the digital economy began to emerge, posing questions about the future of physical coinage. Conclusion: the 2005-cent coin encapsulates not just a monetary value but a historical narrative. It serves as a reminder of the past and as a bridge to the evolving future of currency. Collectors and historians alike recognize its importance, ensuring that this small piece of metal retains its significance in American culture. This framework provides a detailed yet concise perspective on the history and significance for 5-cent coin. Historical context: the 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel, has a long history in the United States. Dating back to its introduction in 1866, the nickel has undergone several design changes over the years due to evolving artistic tastes, historical events, and economic needs. By the 1990s, the nickel was firmly established as a fundamental part of American currency design. Obverse front: the 1994 nickel features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. This design was created by artist Felix Schlag and has been used on the nickel since 1938. The distinguishing features of Jefferson's profile are highlighted along with liberty and the year 1994. Inscribe: reverse back. The reverse side displays an image of Monticello Jefferson's plantation in Virginia. This design symbolizes Jefferson's historical significance and his contributions to American democracy. The words Monticello e pluribus unum and 5 cents are also featured. Production: the U.S. Mint produces nickels in several facilities across the country, with production values influenced by the economy and demand for currency. In 1994, the Mint struck millions of nickels. The combined production figures from the Philadelphia and Denver mints are significant. For collectors and historians alike, economic significance: the nickel has played a crucial role in American commerce throughout the 1990s. It was involved in everyday transactions, helping to facilitate shopping and trade. The face value of the nickel has been relatively stable, although its purchasing power has changed due to inflation over the decades. Collectibility: for numismatists, the 1994 nickel can be of interest for various reasons, such as mint marks, condition, and specific varieties, including the silver-proof version that was released that year, while the standard circulation nickel typically isn't worth much beyond its face value. Special editions, or those in uncirculated condition, can garner collector interest. Changes in nickels post-1994: as we moved into the late 1990s and beyond, the nickel continued to evolve. Various commemorative issues and changes to the coin's composition were introduced, particularly regarding the addition of nickel to the coin's alloy. The debate over the future of the penny and nickel sparked discussions about currency and economic value, leading to reinventions of classic designs. Conclusion: the 1994 5-cent coin is not just a piece of currency. It represents a tapestry of American history, culture, and society. The design honors a founding father while also showcasing the evolution of U.S. coinage. It has significance in both daily transactions and numismatic collections. If you would like me to expand on a specific section or provide more detailed information on any aspect, feel free. TMID 1990 as 1994 5-cent coin value. Edit: the value of a 1994 -1 cent coin, also known as a nickel in the U.S., typically depends on its condition and any special characteristics. Face value: 5 cents standard circulated coins, generally worth only their face value. 5 cents uncirculated condition might be worth slightly more to collectors, perhaps 25 cents $1. Special varieties: some 1990 for nickels with minting errors or special characteristics could be worth more. The 1990 for nickel features the standard Jefferson design with his profile on the obverse front and Monticello on the reverse back. It was minted in large quantities, so most examples aren't particularly rare or valuable to collectors. If you have a 1990 for nickel that appears unusual or is in perfect condition, you might want to have it evaluated by a coin dealer for a more precise valuation. Retry 1990 for 5-cent history. 20,000 words edit. I'll provide you with information about the 1994 5-cent coin nickel, including its design, history, composition, minting details, and historical context. While this won't be 20,000 words, that would be quite excessive for this topic, I'll give you a comprehensive overview. The 1994 Jefferson nickel. Basic information. The 1994 5-cent coin, commonly known as the Jefferson nickel, was part of the long-running Jefferson nickel series that began in 1938. The coin features Thomas Jefferson III, President of the United States, on the obverse front and his home Monticello on the reverse back. Design elements. Obverse profile portrait of Thomas Jefferson. Facing left, designer Felix Schlag. Original 1938 design. Inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust, along with the date 1994. Reverse Monticello. Jefferson's Virginia estate. Inscriptions E Pluribus Unum Monticello 5 cents and United States of America. Physical characteristics. Composition 75% copper, 25% nickel. Cladding over a pure copper core. Weight 5.0 grams. Diameter 21.2 millimeters. Thickness 1.95 millimeters. Edge plain, smooth. Mintage figures for 1990 for Philadelphia, no mint mark. 720 to 1,160,000 Denver D mint mark. 715,762,110. San Francisco S mint mark. 3,000,000 to 120,194. Proof coins. Historical context. The 1990 for nickel was minted during the Clinton administration and was part of the regular annual coin production. By this point, the Jefferson nickel design had been in circulation for 56 years with only minor changes to the original 1938 design. Value and collectible. At most, 1994 nickels in circulation are worth only their face value of 5 cents. Uncirculated specimens might fetch between 25 cents and $1. Proof versions from San Francisco can be worth $2 to $5. The large mintage numbers mean these coins are quite common. Evolution of the nickel. The 5-cent coin has gone through several design changes. Shield nickel 1866-1883. Liberty head or V nickel 1883 to 1913. Buffalo nickel 1913 to 1938. Jefferson nickel 1938 present in 2004-2005. Special designs commemorating the Lewis and Clark expedition were used, and in 2006 a new forward-facing portrait of Jefferson was introduced. Production process. The 1990 for nickels were produced using high-speed coining presses capable of striking up to 600 coins per minute. The coins were struck with a force of approximately 35 tons and required only one strike to produce the full image. The Jefferson nickel design represents an important part of American numismatic history, having served the nation's commerce for over -1 decades. While the 1994 issue isn't particularly notable compared to key dates in the series, it remains a tangible piece of American history from the mid-1990s. Thanks for watching my videos, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the bell icon.